definitely. And it's Meeson who will do the rucking for Balwyn. Cross is in there as well. So is O'Regan. And we are just about ready to go for the second quarter. It's the Dogs leading by 3 points. They're kicking to the Mountain Highway. And let's see if they can take advantage of the wind behind their back.
Great work, Gav. So Mason to do battle in the ruck once again with Trent Zoma. Makes him on the tap. Gilchrist with his hands on the footy and wrapped up well there. It's Lucas O'Neill. So ball up once again. Tap was one down. Jono Simpkin, wrapped up by Miles Sewell. Two famous names of the AFL. Simpkin once again. Miles Sewell flicks the footy out wide. Stevie Donnell streaming off the half-back line. Goes long towards King. Good spoil across the back now. And now Wright has his hands on the footy. He's in trouble if you're not careful. Frankie Anderson's got him. And great forward pressure there from the South Croydon Footy Club. Interesting to see, Davo, Donnell starting off the back of half forward and streaming forward as the high back.
Oh, it's a great move. He's got great speed, great vision and great experience.
So ball pinballing around at the bottom of the pack here.
I was a bit concerned there, Gus, with the way Jared Wright got rid of the ball. Wasn't really interested in engaging any contest whatsoever.
You suggesting he might be a bit soft there, Brash? Maybe. As Maxie King palms that footy down. Trying to find his teammate there in Donnell. Handballed out the back. Now the Tigers can reload. Free kick going to be high nonetheless, going the way of, I think it's Gilchrist of Taylor variety.
I thought that was a bit soft.
And we've got a bit of push and shove going on here.
But he's clearly holding his head, so obviously the bump went a little bit high, and the umpire was only 2 metres away.
Yeah, he just fell over a bit. He slipped.
Nonetheless, the trainers are out there. Now, I can't see who the man down is.
It was Gilchrist.
It is Taylor Gilchrist,
getting the free kick. He'll be well right in a moment because he's got the ball in hand.
Yeah, so Taylor Gilchrist goes short, finds his target in Jono Simpkin. Former Hawk and Bomber, Jono Simpkin. Goes long down the line, intended target is Davis. Jaffa Williams is there. So is Matt Jones. Stevie Donnell looks very sore there. And his kick was intercepted. I think it's fallen into the lap there of Churgwin, is it? No, it's not. It's Jono Simpkin. So Simpkin switches. Rennie Gilchrist goes long down the line, trying to find a teammate there. Good pick up, comes inside now. Finds a teammate there in Roach. Roach handballs it over the top. Cross, back to Roach. Roach goes long to the top of the goal square. Is there a target there? The marker there is. Mark was dropped by Davis. Comes off the ground by Jaffa Williams. And it's a goal for the Tigers. Very good football there, Davo, going coast to coast for Balwyn.
Yeah, that was...
That came out of left field, that piece of play.
It did, and I couldn't believe how much South Croydon got caught out of position then. When the ball went in forward, the Balwyn should have marked that ball because South Croydon were nowhere near it. But
they just pushed too many numbers too far forward, Davo, and left them exposed.
What I was impressed with then was Fraser. He was on Donnell. He saw Donnell was a little bit injured, and he ran as hard as he could up the ground to push the pressure on Donnell, which he did. Added an extra player into the area.
Well, actually, I think Donnell was chasing Jaffa Williams, but also Fraser was there, and they had to swap Jones, and Jones had to cover for Donnell. So that's where it all went wrong with Jaffa Williams making his way into the forward pocket, and he finished off. So Donnell's injury exposed the Doggies just then, but they win the centre clearance on the rebound from half-back. Now on the outer side, they're hand-passing the way through the ground. Rosier gets it onto a teammate. The kick is a hopeful one to the forward line, but it was the shorter man, Coughlin, for the Dogs. Wasn't going to mark that in the contest, and it was punched out by Churgwin. So it's interesting with Donnell, either he's got an ankle injury or an Achilles or something that's holding him up.
He looks all right now, though.
So he's run it off at least, and we'll see how Kennedy works him as they stand at centre forward for the Dogs as it's 50 metres out. King works to the front. He can't slap it anywhere in particular, so Rosier picks it up at the back of the pack. Gets it to King. His high ball is smothered. Oh, it's a mark ball, actually. It was just one of those kicks where it didn't go anywhere in particular, but Sewell's read it beautifully, some 45 metres out, got underneath it. And the hooked kick by King was well read. And it was Sewell from 45.
He's played 16 games with 13 goals, been in South Croydon's best 9 times this year.
He kicks to the mountain highway and he kicks over the goal umpire's hat for another goal, and they are on their way with their 5th goal in this second term. 5 straight 30, leading Balwyn 4-3-27.
And we talk about pedigrees of some of the Balwyn players, but Miles Sewell's pedigree is as good as anybody's.
Brother of Brad?
Yeah, but not only that, he's won the Lifson medal playing for North Ballarat.
Yeah.
Very, very good footballer. Unlucky not to have been drafted. And look, he's been super today, I think, with his use of the footy.
Yeah, that he has. So the ball's back in the centre of Bayswater Oval. Tap one down by Mason. Cross gets the flick out. Jono Simpkin can stream forward and find a teammate there. Good strong mark taken by Hughes.
He's got to step up, Hughes, today.
Hughes goes short, finds Gilchrist.
Oh, that was touched.
And the umpire said no, it was a clean mark. And Rennie Gilchrist is playing a lot of forward minutes today, Davo.
Yeah, he is certainly. And look here, he's such a good user of the football. I can understand why, but gee whiz, there's a lot of players thought that one was touched. And even Rennie Gilchrist knew it was touched.
I think everyone but the umpire thought it was touched.
The look on his face, he had that wry grin to go, I got away with this.
He's almost that fair, he'd give the ball back.
Yeah.
I don't know about that comment there, Gav, but nonetheless, Rennie Gilchrist comes in. Kick.
Well, he kicked it like he gave it back.
Yeah, it's gone through the right-hand side for a behind it on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. We played 6 minutes here at Bayswater. South Croydon with a 2-point lead. It's Balwyn 4-4-28. South Croydon 5
I like
straight
to move
30.
him forward. I think it's a really good move.
A little bit of a rumour that he is carrying a hip injury. It might be one of the reasons why. Nonetheless, South Croydon have the footy with Stevie Dinell. He looks to be moving all right now, Stevie. Chased down by Taylor Gilchrist. Nonetheless, the ball's been paddled across the boundary line. True centre wing position, Bayswater Road end.
Yeah, you could be right moving forward injury-wise, but gee whiz, he's still a good player to have up there. I like the idea.
I'd take Rennie Gilchrist in the forward line any day of the week, Gav.
Well, he's so important around the contest, and South Croydon will look to clear it out of this one. Zoma works in front of Meeson and roving it. Here go the Dogs from the wing. Kick it long to the half-forward line, but King's slow to get onto it, and it was all Balwyn anyway to escort it over the line. So just they've got a smart ruckman in Zoma. He doesn't get into that body work with Meeson, just got front position, tapped it over the back, and they were off and racing with the Dogs just then.
Well, you heard Lee Adams beforehand said that Zoma had been their best and fairest in contention after halfway through, so you can understand why.
King takes the ruck duties in the forward line, but it goes underneath the pack, and it'll be a ball up now 55 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal. So King again, Meeson outbodies him, works him out of the contest, but the Dogs at ground level through King. He gets tackled as he kicks, so it's quite ineffectual. It's only 5 metres forward for the Bulldogs, but there's a pack of players around it, and it won't go anywhere, and the umpire will have to go in again. Score check at the 7.5 minute mark. It's the Bulldogs 5 straight 30, leading by 2 points over Balwyn 4-4-28. And here goes Simpkin out of the pack from halfback. Long probing kick close to the line. Goebbels v his opponent and Walker, and it comes off the both of them and out of bounds on the outer wing.
South Croydon certainly haven't been, I suppose, bullied around the ball like we thought they might have been. They've been really solid around the ball. Their tackling's been good. The ruck contests have been crucial at the moment.
Footy's back into play now. Tucker handballs out the back, intercepted. Right on there by O'Regan.
And I think Zoma's taking the points in that battle at the moment, Dave. I think he's palming the ball better to his own players than Meeson.
Nonetheless, straight out the back line was right. Goebbels is the target. Goebbels, good sport over the back there, was coming from Walker. Pinball around the bottom of the pack there. Where's Jaffa Williams? Hughes applied a good strong tackle on Crowell. So we'll ball it up deep in the forward fallen line. They need a goal here. Making the most of their entries against the wind. Tap was one down there by Davis. Coming forward and with a boundary throw in. 50 metres out from the ball and goal, Davo.
Yeah, look, it's a little bit scrappy early on in this quarter. It hasn't been the free-flowing footy that we had in the first quarter, but I think Balwyn are just making sure that they don't allow South Croydon to get out and use the ball like they did early.
Tap one down there by Meeson. Finds Simpkin. Simpkin goes long. Goebbels read the flight well and caught the Falcon. In the meantime, ball's pinballing around the bottom of the pack. Goebbels is there, diving on top of the footy. was Taylor Gilchrist.
Great spoil by Walker. Just got his fist through it before it hit the chest of Goebbels.
Bang, Falcon. Love that. So the ball's 15 metres out from the Tigers' goal. Mason won the tap. Plenty of crummers there. Comes out wide. Simpkin. Nonetheless, the Bulldogs in the footy and they're streaming out of half back. He's got to get rid of the footy quick here, and he's run a long way. I actually don't know who that is.
Jones.
Comes forward now. Right, push the player in the back. South Croydon's going to get the free kick. I think it's going the way of Stone.
No, I think there's a free kick down the field, maybe.
Oh, it is a downfield free kick.
I think
Great
it was
call.
Against, I can't remember who it is, but 29
Jones.
got it.
Nonetheless, Tregear to the top of the goal square. Doesn't have the bender come all the way back. It's spoiled across the line there by Crowell. Let's cross boundary side to Matt Fodia.
Yeah, guys, so Matt Jones there, after he kicked the ball, he just grabbed whoever the freak was. I didn't see Kennedy, grabbed Kennedy by the neck, and umpire Dan Beards noticed that and pulled it back.
Great work down there, Matt.
So Walker will do the kicking out duties. He's been quite ineffectual kicking out so far today. So he goes as long as he can, nearly to the centre circle. It goes. Stone gets underneath it. There's the centre circle on the bounce. And now the ball went under a heap of pressure. The Dogs will swoop, and Anderson will be running, bouncing. He's got runners ahead of him. The hand pass now from Allison. Now big opportunity for the Dogs. Flying shot from Ashton, and nearly 2 kicks and a coast-to-coast goal, but it was a coast-to-coast point. South Croydon 5-1-31.
Really good play there by South Croydon, just not rewarded for effort there, Gus. It was a good piece of play.
That might be one of their tactics there, to use Walker with the big long shoot, Avo going with the wind.
He certainly did give it a long shoot, didn't he?
That he did. Nonetheless, short kick comes in. Ball's in the hands now of O'Regan. So O'Regan deep in the back pocket for the Tigers. Swings onto the trusty right foot, goes down the line. Big fly over the back there from Marshall. And he got enough to spoil it across the barrel. That's a win for the Doggies, Dave.
Oh, without a doubt. And it's hurt the player too. He got right into his back there with the knee.
So Dill Marshall, been a lively player and a good servant of the South Croydon Footy Club.
Just pan a little bit right there, and we'll see the injured player get up.
It looks like Danny Hughes.
Yeah, it was Oz Hughesy. But nonetheless, we'll ball it back in and we'll get the footy going once again.
The knee in the back is always not comfortable.
So ball comes back into play. Watts to do battle in the ruck. Watts won the tap down. Simpkin got the clearance. Jaffa Williams there being held. He looks lively, Jaffa Williams. Handball's over the top, was intercepted by Frank Anderson. Frank Anderson got collected by Rennie Gilchrist. Nonetheless, kick goes in the forward line. Working under a front spot was Tucker. Handball at the back now, Tregear. Tackled hard and well done there by Cass. Appealing for a free kick, and umpire says we'll ball it up.
Tell you what, he was lucky not to get the free kick there, that forward in that forward cast, because he had the arm and he slung him 360.
Umpire's blown a whistle here. I think that's Churgwin coming off the ground sore, boys. So Boundary Rise get an update on Churgwin. Nonetheless, the footy's back into play. Swirling around the bottom of the pack there. Anderson, well tackled by Simpkin. And those Sullivans there as well.
They're just got to be careful, South Croydon. They've been getting that little tap out the back to the left footer all the time, Balwyn. We'll just see if they set up again that way. It's a big off if Churgwin comes off and stays off too. He's a good player.
His ankle looks very, very sore. Plenty of Dogs crumbing here. Clearance is won by number 23, O'Regan.
So the kick out goes all the way to half back, where Balwyn are struggling to get it out of the defensive area, and the Dogs just keep them penned in. The wind's just striking up a little bit as well, going towards the mountain highway end.
I'm sure our Banjo riders will be right on to this.
Ball up close to the boundary line, where the Dogs do well in traffic. Sewell's in there helping it out. Now the long kick goes to a 2-on-1. The Bulldogs through King couldn't get it to ground level. He didn't really have much help. Stone eventually got towards it, but it's picked up by Wright, who shares it with a teammate. But now the kick goes to all Dogs, and it's been pounced on by Walker. Can Walker, the defender, kick the big goal? No, he misses it to the right, and that would have rubbed it in on. If you're still on Goebbels, that would have been a big effort. 4-5-29 to 5-2-32. The Dogs lead by 3 points. 14 minutes gone, second term.
You can tell here, Davo, that both full forwards, Goebbels and King, are being double-teamed by their respective oppositions. Both sides are really wary of what those two players can do.
Definitely.
So kick comes in. Good mark taken.
That was a bullet of a kick, wasn't
That
it?
it was. To Tregear. Handball's out wide to Wright. Wright's in a bit of froth and bubble there.
Oh, what are you
Handball's
doing?
over the top to Denell. Well intercepted by Stevie. Stevie comes inbound. Zoma. Handball's forward. Intercepted was poor. Back to Wright. So Wright redeemed himself there and found his skipper in Rennie Gilchrist. Comes over the top. Tommy Simpkin dodges and dives. Rennie Gilchrist handballs over the top to Frazier. Frazier got tackled hard. And well done by Trent Zoma to force the footy across the boundary line.
I think Balwyn would be quite happy at the moment to say we're 15 minutes into the quarter and they've not even got a goal out of this. And yeah, there's a very interested spectator to this game that we've just seen, and we'll talk about him in a moment.
And he's donning the Tigers beanie. I wonder why. Dan Donati watching from the outer today. Former Balwyn, great coach. Umpires paid a free kick. Dan, it's going to go the way of Hughesy. Dan Hughes. They got the footy right in the centre of Bayswater Oval. Hughes does. Hughes goes short. Kick was, average, would have found its way to O'Sullivan. The emergency has come into the side. O'Sullivan swings on the left foot. Good hit. Finds Jason Kennedy. Kennedy goes short for a little hit up. What's the result of this kick? I think it's going to stay in play. Nah, it's going to trickle across the boundary line. Well done there by the big fullback in Crowell.
And that's just the thing that Balwyn have been a bit off today, haven't they? That forward entry into 50 sometimes has just been lacking.
Knox and Doncaster East update. Knox 12, Doncaster East 8.
It's a low-scoring game there in Division 2.
Riveting.
So it's now the ball's not moving it too far in the forward line. And Balwyn, they'll love the next goal if they can hit the front in this second term after they potentially squandered their time going with the wind to the Mountain Highway. They'll be very happy. Anderson picking it up, bursting his way out of the pack, uses Jones, who can he just walks out of packs. Does Jones, he puts his teammate under pressure, and Ashton, he was a sitting duck for the punch, bump, all at once. The ball got killed, and Ashton nearly did so too.
Tell you what, they got some speed out of the defence, haven't they, South Croydon? They've got some
Don't they
boys
ever,
that
Damo?
really got fleet of foot.
People quite often forget Matty Jones was playing for the Melbourne Demons this time last year, or maybe 2 weeks ago, but nonetheless, he's a very handy inclusion. Umpires paid a free kick the way of Rennie Watts for a free kick in the ruck for a push against Eric Stone. He plays on quickly to his Gilchrist. Gilchrist, nonetheless, ball's landed in the hands of Jeff Goebbels. A great hit up there from Rennie, and he finds the most dangerous forward in the AFL, Jeff Goebbels.
Look, I've watched a number of finals here. He's the best player by foot on this ground that I've seen in years, Gilchrist. He's magnificent by foot. And that's just then even wrong-footed left, just hit it. Beautiful.
Yeah, right. You're right there.
So Goebbels will kick to put the Tigers back in front. It's a 3-point margin at the moment. They'll kick from 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. You backing him, Davo?
Yep.
Goebbels comes in,
No.
and it started right and it stayed right. So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Balwyn 4-6-30, South Croydon 5-2-32. We've played 17 minutes. Let's cross boundary side to Damien Watson.
Yeah, Gus, Jared Sherwood was hobbling around on the interchange bench. He was actually favouring and feeling the side of his right foot, so we'll keep an eye on it, but he doesn't look too good.
The long kick out, but the punch was just as good. 30 metres, it goes back to Balwyn. Jaffa Williams pounces, gives it to Goebbels, snapping from the pocket. He's just got
Hungry.
short, and it's been marked on the last time by Crowell. Crowell, very dangerous switch there. Put his teammate under a heap of pressure, but there's enough of the Dogs there. Through Miles Sewell. Sewell gets a long kick, just try to clear the area. Bouncing ball eludes the Balwyn Tigers, and they eventually get on top of the ball, and they'll hold it on the outer side. Skirting the pack there were the Balwyn Tigers, and now on the half-forward flank. It's a good mark. Godleifson puts the ball into Goebbels, who takes the mark on the lead in the pocket, 40 metres out. He's such a dangerous proposition. Can't take your eyes off him.
Well, Balwyn have owned the football in the last 2 to 3 minutes. They're working exceptionally hard against the breeze to try and create forward opportunities and keep the ball inside their 50.
Dave, I think you get a faster forward or defender on
Boundary.
Goebbels. He's got way too much pace at the moment.
You'd think so, and I think Gilchrist got knocked really hard over the far side. I think he's up now, but he's certainly very ginger.
So Goebbels from 45 metres out, close to the boundary line, over the right post. The goal umpire comes back to the middle of the goals and signals 6 points. Balwyn back in front, 5-6-36 to 5-2-32 as we approach time on in the second term. Let's go boundary side with Matt Fodia.
Yeah, Taylor Gilchrist was the one who went down there, and we think it might have been Stone that's done something. A lot of Balwyn players remonstrating with him after the hit, so it was just behind play. So just watch Stone. He might be a bit of a sitting duck for a few Balwyn players.
Oh,
Great work there, Matty.
They can keep remonstrating, can't they?
Tell you what, that is a magnificent kick for goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
You think about it.
He's third.
Boundary line, wrong side. Oh.
Super stuff there. Handballs at the back. Miles Sewell busting through the pack. Soma's got a foot race now. Bit of pinballing around going on here, but nonetheless the ball's in the hands of Cass. Out wide once again to Cass, left foot. Entry was poor, smothered off the boot. Trying to get the footy alive and set long down the line was Tommy Simpkin. 3-on-1, Stevie Donnell's there. Stevie Donnell picks the footy up. He's been tackled hard there by Daniel Hughes.
Next 5 minutes are really important for South Croydon. They've just got to hold their structures together because Balwyn, as we know, they like to press just on the stroke of half time, and a couple of quick goals might just set them in, get them going in the second half.
That they do. Good pressure applied there by Marshall. Stevie Donnell wins the clearance. Goes long down the line. They keep bombing the footy, South Croydon, and Balwyn just have all the numbers. They've got to get more methodical with their ball movement. So Roach has the footy now at centre half back for the Tigers. Short kick. Finds his target there. And Jaffa Williams.
He's been good, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's a lively player.
He's just working his way into the game very nicely, Jaffa Williams.
He goes short. Kick was poor. Got Leapson. Handballs over the top. Taylor Gilchrist. Simpkin. Plenty of options presenting for him. One of them is number 20. 20 goes long. Frazier. Trailing his teammate there was Goebbels. It's going to work out for him. Who else? Hughes. Snapped. Good pressure there from Frank Anderson. Allison punches the football out as far as he can. Taken high there, but the Dogs can rebound. Ball's in the hands now of Cass. He's been lively for the Dogs and a good hit-up lead. And a good mark taken by Jakey Tucker.
That's about one of the first hit-ups that they've had for a while, South Croydon. They've missed their targets the last 5 minutes.
So he's just called to slow it down, Tucker. He goes short, inbound, finds his target. Good mark taken by Robbie Mallison. So Mallison swings onto the left foot, coming out real wide. Marshall's the target and well intercepted. Good strong mark taken there by Tommy Davis. He handballs wide. Rennie Gilchrist tackled hard by Marshall. Umpire says holding the footy.
Holding the
man, as a matter of fact.
No, not just a ball up.
Oh, it's going to be a ball up.
Now there's a push against it.
I was right the first time, Gav. Bloody hell. Nonetheless, the footy's in the hands of South Croydon. Goes wide to Tucker. Zoma, I should say. Zoma goes long. Where's King? Good flying across the back there from Jamie Gottliebsen. He's been good in that role today, Davo.
He certainly has been. I think he's getting a 25 too, encroaching. But I think the umpires need to look also. There was a definite block on King then. He was not allowed to go for the football then. And the umpires have got to look at that sort of stuff.
Well, cross boundary side very shortly. But nonetheless, Jamie Gottliebsen has the footy at half back for the Tigers. He goes short. Finds his team with the other man with the long blonde mop. This one's Cross. So Cross, long down the line. Who's the target? Target there was Davis. It's gone across the boundary line. Speaking of boundary line, let's cross boundary side of Matt Fodia.
Yeah, guys, Churgwin's applying the sock back to his shoe. He looks like he's going to give another crack. They've heavily strapped his right foot, basically mummified it, but the main part they were looking at was just the bottom of the foot, so I'm going to have a stab at it and say it might be a bit of plantar fasciitis that's troubling him there.
Gee, that's pretty efficient there from Matt Fodia on the boundary. He's right, trying to dash and dive through a couple. He keeps it alive, but the umpire says, no, you didn't, mate. We'll ball it back in, Gav Casey.
I'll tell you what, I reckon there's going to be a few boys very, very sore after this game. It's got very physical this quarter. Very physical.
Zoma v. Meeson, just forward of centre wing for the Dogs. Zoma gets to the front, tries to tap it over the back. Anderson comes through the pack, leaves the ball behind. Picked up by O'Regan. O'Regan gets taken in a tackle. and it's again going to be another ball up. It's getting physical around the contest now.
Gee, that was a very solid tackle there by Zoma.
Free kick, umpire got involved, he's seen it at too high, and it's a soft one, but the umpire wanted to get the ball moving while they were push and shove, and Roach picks up a free kick. Dubious as it was, he puts the short one into Jaffa Williams.
Oh, the retaliator gets caught again.
Another short in, big pressure on O'Regan, forced turnover, well done by O'Neill, just puts it on the boot. Can King outrun Wright? I don't think so. And Wright felt the pressure, that's deliberate! He heard the footsteps, they weren't that close, and he's now taken it over the line and been penalised.
But they are big feet, so they're going to make a big noise as they're running down the line.
Maxi King, it looks like he's still carrying that hammy injury. He's not moving all that well, is he, Brash?
Yeah, exactly right, Gus. He's just not stretching out the way we want him to stretch out.
So King from 30 metres out, right pocket, big moment in this game as half-time approach. He bends it, just misses to the left.
Unfortunately, Gavy just couldn't bend it like Beckham.
Yeah,
that was the most casual shot at goal I've seen in a long time.
Very Max King-like.
Yes.
So it's
not much phases him.
3-point game. Balwyn leading by 3 points. They trailed at quarter time by 3.
So they go long down the line. So actually, Tigers win this one here. Now the hands, number 7, Coughlin. Top of the goal square. Being held there was King. O'Regan. King wraps him up. Will ball it up. Top of the goal square.
Didn't the umpire just set his feet like he was going to do a big call?
Massively theatrical. That was magnificent.
King and Mason. Mason on the tap. Out the back. Cleared long there by McCutcheon. It's going to trickle towards the boundary line, but they get the footy here clean. It'll be nice for Bain. Bain gets it. Goes back to Hughes. Simpkin. Roach. Short hit up kick. Finds his teammate there in Taylor Gilchrist.
He's had a good quarter, Jonathan Simpkin, in the midfield.
That he has. Short kick finds the intended target there in Bain. So Bain's got it on the wing for Balwyn. They come inbound now. Good kick. Finds Cross. Cross. Long down the line. Plenty of targets flying there. Hughes knocked it forward. Jaffa Williams and Goebels there for the Tigers. Dano King got taken without the footy. Umpire says play on. Trickles out the back there, trying to get involved in the contest is Mark O'Regan. Umpire says we'll ball it up.
Just gone out of the contest too, Dan King. Was very good in the opening 7 minutes. Just can't get near the ball at the moment.
Tap one down by Mason. Cross is there. Dano King putting his head over the footy. Umpire says we'll ball it up once again.
I think he was stuck on the boundary line for quite a while, waiting for an interchange there for a while, I think.
Yeah, he spent 8 minutes off Davo.
Mason won the tap, flicked out the background there as far as Allison. Ooh. Kick was poor, plenty of Tigers there to crumb. Frankie Anderson, he's off to the races. He's been good today. Trips over his own feet, but he's got enough time to keep going. Has a bounce. This will be his 3rd bounce, Frankie Anderson. Comes back inbound, go for the 4th, Frank. He goes inside and finds his skipper, Dano King. Dano King goes long. Where's the other Max King? Maxi King, I think the free kick's gone. Or was it gone to Tucker? Oh, I'm going to ball it up. What an anti-climax that was.
Well, I tell you what, they certainly aren't protecting the forwards all that much in the contest at the moment. But as long as they're consistent all day, you're happy with it.
Yep. King won the tap out the back. It's only Tigers jumpers there. Right, dispossessed. Umpire should have blown his whistle there, but he didn't. Putting his head with that footy hard there was Rossier. Handball had trouble. Cross dropped the footy. Umpire says play on. And a tackle hard applied there by Jakey Tucker. Should have been a free kick there for the Dogs to drop in the footy.
I reckon there are about 3 of them, but I'll tell you what, this is great forward defensive pressure at the moment by the Dogs.
And the defence is going to be tested here. Tap one down by King, little small, as the siren sounds for half-time here in the qualifying final at Bayswater Oval on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. It's Balwyn 5-6-36, South Croydon 5-3-33. Keep your dials locked to Radio Eastern 98.1. All the